We got back from Haiti. Toss mentioned it last week, did a great job. Just had so many great things. And it's the thing I love about leading teams to other countries is that there's such a twofold blessing. One is the things that you actually do and how you bless the people of the place you go, but also the work that God does in the people that go on the trips. And it's really obvious, it's evident. And so we're going to hear from Cory and Sara this morning as they come and share their story. So would you stand up, help me honor, greet, and welcome them. Cory and Sara.
Good morning. Since the day I was saved, I always felt led to the mission field and orphans. Shortly after we were baptized, we got married and steadily started popping out kids every couple of years. So it seemed like it was very far off in the distance. When Pastor Bob announced the meeting for the Haiti trip at the end of January, I felt like the Lord said, now. And I also felt very strongly that my husband Cory was supposed to go. I told him about it and then prayed.
When Sara told me she thought that both of us needed to go to Haiti, I tried to ignore it. It was too easy to think of reasons not to go. Can't afford it, plus the money that I wasn't going to be making while gone. What to do with our kids, the baby's too young, all the things. And my anxiety and heat stress issues combined would cause more problems in my head than good. I did tell Pastor Bob that I'd be okay if only enough money came in for just my wife to go, and I was actually hoping for that. I told my wife we couldn't afford any of it.
So, of course, I didn't let that stop me. I knew that the Lord wanted us to go, and He was going to make it happen. So I set up a fundraiser account, and the money came in dollar for dollar as we needed it.
First, just enough came in for the passports, then the exact amount for plane tickets. Before we knew it, my wife was calling me in tears, telling me that it was paid in full. It was a full 6 weeks before the trip. I guess we were going to Haiti. So now, on top of my anxiety about flying and the unknown and the heat and humidity that we were supposed to face, we were now looking at our young kids saying goodbye. We had never left them for more than a couple nights. We were all a mess.
As we got into the car to leave for our trip, we were both on the verge of losing it, both questioning what we were doing, whether it was wise or even the right thing to do. As all of the doubt started creeping into our tear-filled heads, the song, "You Make Me Brave," came on the radio. It was as if God came down and breathed John 14:27 on us. It says, "I'm leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give you is a gift the world cannot give you. So don't be troubled or afraid." And it's funny because the group of musicians that we went with sang that song in worship every single day.
Our first day of work there, we went to the church and started building the roof. Everyone, including the kids, wanted to help, and they did. When there was nothing left for them to do, they all stood in the windows and the doorways just to watch us. This showed me how important us being there and this building was to the people of Plaisance. It was an answer to their prayer. That alone charged my battery for whatever work was ahead of me. It was later that night that hearing the story from the man they call Elvis and how through the obedience of his mom and the love his dad had for her, that started a chain reaction. They started a church, school, medical clinic, orphanage, and an educational radio station for this town and forever changed it. And now we were all there to be a small part of the legacy of this family.
On the day of the dedication of this church, I was blown away. Pastors were praying rapid fire prayer in a different language than ours to the same God we believe in. I couldn't understand a word they were saying, but I felt the presence of God so strongly. There were uneven rocks all over the floor, and shoulder to shoulder, Haitians, Americans, and Canadians leveled out the rocks and built a strong foundation for this church together. This church is going to reach the unreachable, and you could tell the impact it had on this computer. They didn't know. Community. And how important it was to God.
One night, Pastor Bob asked me if I would allow the team to pray over me for my anxiety that I have struggled with for over 10 years. I agreed to it, and I do believe that night I was healed.
I was bawling. You know that feeling when someone you love the most in the entire world is freed from something that affects their everyday life? God is so good.
This trip has made me more ready and willing to follow God's will for me. It's funny how I tried to manage my anxiety by staying in my comfort zone. What actually healed me was choosing to follow God into a situation that my flesh did not want to go into. I would go back to Haiti in a heartbeat, and hopefully I am able to round up help and money for them.
Processing this experience was and still is very painful for me. I want to do more. I don't want to become numb to the feelings I left Haiti with. I want to sell everything and move there. I want to be the change that I desire here in America. I want to adopt all of the babies I held in the orphanage. I want to go back to Haiti. I want to help somewhere else and let new cultures affect me. While I'm sorting out all of this, let me leave you with this. We will never be able to do justice to a mission trip to Haiti or anywhere in 700 words. You just have to go and experience it yourself. Taste the mangoes, smell the necks of the orphans, feel that sun beating on your back. Our life will never be the same. My husband doesn't have to live with anxiety anymore because he said yes. Tomorrow's freedom is today's surrender. What is God asking you to surrender right now?